The next day was pleasant, and we arrived to work at the gas station. It was nice to see more snowflakes fall from beneath the white sky, and our boots crunching the snow as we crossed the street together. Arthur continued to fuss over my health and insisted on covering my face with a scarf before we left the apartment. It was all so sweet, despite myself being fully well again, and while he hugged me with one arm during our walk. And this time, city officials had the street signs decorated with wreaths and ribbons in our area. For once, I'm welcoming the festivities since I have more reason to celebrate. Leslie and Ben seemed to have agreed as they held hands while taking in the decorative sights. Other people have joined the communal celebration by decorating their businesses with holiday-themed paintings upon glass and by garlands.
Oh, hey, look, they're setting up a homeless shelter near us. I guess we should set up a charity station in our work. I think it'll probably work out well.
I'm sure we could persuade Maggie to do that.
No, but there is a problem with this. It could be putting a majority of those unsheltered people in danger.
You're right, homeless people are easy targets for the black-eyed brats to attack.
And then I'm guessing that we'll just have to protect these homeless people until Yule passes. Huh. Yeah, we will have to. And frankly, I'm in the mood for a bit of punishing this year. Do you happen to have bad memories in regards to this occasion, dear boy? I don't want to talk about it.
Arthur was about to speak, but I intervened and said, "You have your reasons. When you're ready to talk, we will listen." Ben appeared bewildered and asked,
Wait. You could what? Of course we would listen, dear boy. Leslie spoke of his concerns for your well-being, but we shall follow to Lenore's terms and await when you are ready to speak.
Arthur answered with a warm, assuring smile. "We will be patient with you on that. I know you hate being pressured," I added with a grin. Leslie seemed to reinforce our point by saying,
"You really gotta talk about it sometime, Tots."
Ben blushed a bright pink and said,
Well, thanks, my three wise people.
We could not help but fawn over him. As much as Ben puts up a strong or cold front, I know that deep down there's a sad, hurt little boy that needs to be cared for and protected. The shift seemed to be ordinary so far. When we handled the usual chores and taken care of customer purchases, a few people poked fun at us and told us that Christmas would be annoying to Ben and I, since we are of the alternative subculture. That smiling must be painful, and all the cheer would be good for us. So we decided to retaliate by this parody carol that we sang together. Here comes Zombie Claus, right down Zombie Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and undead reindeer eating all the brains. Bells are ringing, children screaming, all is bloody and bright. Load your shotgun and say your prayers, 'cause Zombie Claus comes tonight. Here comes Zombie Claus, right down Zombie Claus Lane. He's got a bag that's filled with brains, and we don't know where he's been. Hear those sleigh bells jingle, jangle, what a horrible night. Jump in bed, hold on to your head, 'cause Zombie Claus comes tonight. Here comes Zombie Claus, right down Zombie Claus Lane. He doesn't care if you're rich or poor, he'll eat you just the same. Zombie Claus knows we're just full of protein, that makes everything right. So fill your shotgun with shells, 'cause Zombie Claus comes tonight. Here comes Zombie Claus, right down Zombie Claus Lane. He'll come around when the screams run out that they're fresh brains again. Zombie virus will come to all and we'll cower in fright. So let's give thanks to Smith and Wesson, 'cause Zombie Claus comes tonight." Maggie heard her duet, laughed, yet she wagged her finger at us. "That was a hoot and a half, but who'll scare the customers away?" "Yes, Maggie," I said while laughing. Could you do a cuter version? She asked.
Well, maybe, I guess.
I'm not into spooky fortune-telling stuff, but could you do a reading for me on break, Lenore? I'm not sure about my husband this year, she said while having a hint of sadness to her tone. I was surprised that she would ask this of me, and could not turn her down after all the love and support she gave me in the past. Okay, I can do that. Are you two fighting often? I inquired, being concerned while tilting my head. He's been acting weird lately, and I don't know what to do, she replied with a sigh.
Perhaps it could be those rude guests that we had before.
Arthur suggested. We caught on to his hint, and Leslie said,
I wouldn't worry about it. 'Cause, well, they aren't gonna get an ass beating from us, Mags. Count on it.
Is there something going on?
Well, upon that matter, there had been a few ruffians harassing our apartment complex, and they had been causing trouble.
I caught one in the act of trying to break in and do a robbery, I added. It was a way to bend the truth just slightly, since a paranormal threat would have been easily dismissed by the average person. An hour passed by, and Maggie gestured for me to follow her into the office, which had been hidden from the public view. Normally, this happy woman would greet me with a joke or a smile, but in this case, she hugged me tightly while crying. These actions scared me, and I had to console her. Shh, I'm here. Tell me the full story. If you're crying, this is serious, I said softly while taking a tissue from a dispenser and cleaning her face with it. You've been spending time with these weird kids and me. We had our first fight this morning. I think something supernatural has happened in my life, and you're the only one I could ask for help, she explained through her weeping. Weird kids. Did they have black eyes? I asked, being wary. Yeah, and they kept on telling me how my husband is perfect for the work, she replied, blowing her nose after claiming the tissue. I debated on telling her the truth about her hidden species and the entire events that happened during Halloween, but decided against it, since I did not want to alarm or overwhelm her in the distressed state. So I decided to do a requested reading that is simply called Yule. I gave her my tarot deck from a coat pocket, and she shuffled the cards while I sat across from her at the desk. Her hands trembled during the process, and I spread out 7 cards. We're going to use the spirit of Christmas to guide you. Each question has a theme to it, I explained. Here's what I discovered. 1. Pine wreath was to be completed and purged before the end of the year. The 4 of Cups. There was a state of no open mind and lack of communication, feeling apathy. That definitely shows Maggie's current problem with her husband. 2. Yule log, a main influence in the new year. Wheel of fate. That her current karmic pattern is being changed and is simply destiny playing itself out. It was meant to happen for a reason. Her situation is beyond her control and understanding. 3. The mistletoe. What to fertilize in the new year. The hanged man. Time to withdraw and make self-discoveries. That inaction seems to be the best course of action at this time. 4. Tree. What talent to use to grant your wishes. 9 of Cups. Her wishes will be granted regardless of effort. 5. Candles. How to shine your light in the new year. The Fool. She needs to take a leap of faith and show her potential, and also learn a few lessons along the way with an open mind. 6. Holly. Where you need protection. The Emperor. There will be a strong alpha masculine presence that will assist her. 7. Ivy. How to establish a foundation of peace in the new year. The Devil. Maggie needs to address her vices and free herself from them. By this will, she will be at peace and have the harmony she wishes to obtain. I told her every meaning, and Maggie said, So all we have to do is go to church and have faith. I should stop being so mad at him. Yes, and we can help you with that, I said, holding her hand. She smiled at me while sniffling and said, Sometimes angels wear black. My cheeks burned lightly and grinned a little at the ironic joke behind the moment. I'm feeling better now. Break is over and we'll have a church date tonight, Maggie said. We left the office and caught Leslie and Arthur eavesdropping from outside the door. Arthur gave a sheepish grin and said,
Oh, I suppose it is unavoidable, but we could not help but listen in on you two, ladies, speaking privately. But it was decent of you to give that oracle service, my dear.
Okay, I cannot stay mad at you. I will let it slide.
This is heavy drama, Bella. We have to do something about this black-haired kid problem.
What can all of you do?
Let's just say that we know how to deal with them. You are not ready to know the details yet. We are quite, knowledgeable on these matters. I can assure you on that, madame.
And they will be stopped. It is a promise. I'm pleased to have people like you in my life. Let me know if one shows up here. I want to cave in its skull, she said with a grin. We left the office area and talked to Ben away from Maggie's line of hearing. He said,
I heard everything about these little brats. They need to get out of here. They like to recruit anyone who is sinful or unwanted as a child. Most of the time, they will either kill or wait to reanimate a freshly made corpse. It's a different type of undead that is playing with us.
So they are targeting us because we are a threat?
You are a threat, and I am prime real estate for them. Leslie is somewhat a threat, and so is Arthur.
I hugged Ben and said, We will protect you, Ben. I don't care what you are, and we'll contact my grandpa about it. He hugged me in return, sighed impatiently, saying,
Fine. I guess I cannot say no to your stubborn nature.
I prefer to call it determination, I said with a chuckle and ruffled his hair.
And it appears that we need all of the passion and determination we can get in resolving this matter. Is that understood, dear boy? But what the... Ugh. No buts about it. I end up speaking yours. Fine. I hate it when you guys act like parents.
You need them, I remarked. We agreed that we are to take on this Yuletide mission, and it seems much more fun to do as compared to sitting around with dysfunctional family and sipping on eggnog. At least I have one family member I could harmonize with as being my grandfather. He may enjoy it then being bored to tears in his mobile home, especially how they are messing with Maggie's personal life. That will not go unpunished. So we'll have some brats to cross off on our naughty list.